Going into Society by Charles Dickens, Tract 1, Chapter 1, Part 1. At one period of its reverses, the house fell into the occupation of a showman. He was found registered as its occupier on the parish books of the time when he rented the house, and there was therefore no need of any clue to his name. But he himself was less easy to be found, for he had led a wandering life, and settled people had lost sight of him, and people who plumed themselves on being respectable were shy of admitting that they had ever known anything of him. At last, among the marshlands near the river's level that lie about Deptford and the neighboring market gardens, a grizzled personage in velveteen, with a face so cut up by the varieties of weather that he looked as if he had been tattooed, was found smoking a pipe at the door of a wooden house on wheels. The wooden house was laid up in ordinary for the winter near the mouth of a muddy creek, and everything near it, the foggy river, the misty marshes, and the steaming market gardens, smoked in company with the grizzled man. In the midst of this smoking party, the funnel chimney of the wooden house on wheels was not remiss, but took its pipe with the rest in a companionable manner. On being asked if it were he who had once rented the house to let, Grizzled Velveteen looked surprised and said yes. Then his name was Magsman? That was it. Toby Magsman, which lawfully christened Robert, but called in the line from an infant, Toby. There was nothing against Toby Magsman, he believed. If there was suspicion of such, mention it. There was no suspicion of such, he might rest assured, but some inquiries were making about that house, and would he object to say why he left it? Not at all. Why should he? He left it along of a dwarf. Along of a dwarf? Mr. Magsman repeated deliberately and emphatically, along of a dwarf. Might it be compatible with Mr. Magsman's inclination and convenience to enter as a favor into a few particulars? Mr. Magsman entered into the following particulars. It was a long time ago to begin with, afore lotteries and a deal more was done away with. Mr. Magsman was looking about for a good pitch, and he see that house, and he says to himself, I'll have you if you're to be had. If money'll get you, I'll have you. The neighbors cut up rough and made complaints. But Mr. Magsman don't know what they would have had. It was a lovely thing. First of all, there was the canvas representing the picture of the giant in Spanish trunks and a ruff, who was himself half the height of the house, and was run up with a line and pulley to a pole on the roof, so that his head was covial with the parapet. Then there was the canvas representing the picture of the albina woman showing her white hair to the Army and Navy in correct uniform. Then there was the canvas representing the picture of the wild Indian scalping a member of some foreign nation. Then there was the canvas representing the picture of a child of a British planter, seized by two boa constrictors, not that we had never had no child, nor do broke constrictors neither. Similarly, there was the canvas representing the picture of the wild ass of the prairies, not that we never had no wild asses, nor wouldn't have had 'em at a gift. Last, there was the canvas representing the picture of the dwarf, and like him too, considering, with George IV in such a state of astonishment at him as his majesty couldn't with his utmost politeness and stoutness express. The front of the house was so covered with canvases that there wasn't a spark of daylight ever visible on that side. Magsman's amusements, 15 foot long by 2 foot high, ran over the front door and parlor windows. The passage was an arbor of green baize and garden stuff. A barrel organ performed there unceasingly. And as to respectability, if 3p ain't respectable, what is? But the dwarf is the principal article at present, and he was worth the money. He was wrote up as Major Tchaikovsky of the Imperial Bulgarian Brigade. Nobody couldn't pronounce
Sample complete. Ready to continue?